Okie dokie, here we go, and welcome to the year-end edition of Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. Our regular cast and crew is taking the holiday off, and I'm a little under the weather myself, so let's just get going. We've got news, community bulletin board, some nice roll-ins, and news for seniors, and that's the tease this week. Let's get started. I'm using prompter software here to try and fake this, so let's see how this works. Well, for some viewers, it may seem like you just got your Christmas trees put up and decorated, but guess what? It's time to take them down and put them out for collection. Collection begins on January the 2nd. The collection program goes through the first 2 weeks of January, ending on the 22nd. Residents are reminded to remove all decorations, nails, stands, plastic bags before placing their trees on the curb no later than 6 o'clock in the morning on their regular trash collection day. Trees will be ground into wood mulch for use in gardens, so maybe you'll get to see your old tree on someone else's lawn later on. This next story, I kind of hate to even report, but the news is the news. It seems that on December 22nd, the Wells Fargo Bank in Westover was robbed at about 3:30 in the afternoon. A man described as a white male between the ages of 40 and 50 passed a note to one of the tellers and fled with a bag containing cash. No injuries were reported. Well, I'm glad no one was hurt. I did a little more digging on this, and I found some follow-up comments on the internet, which included statements like the following, and I quote, "The guy had no weapon. He walked in, handed the teller the note. The teller handed over a bag of cash. I walked in with the guy and was in line right behind him. They made his job that much easier." Now, this same online commenter later on posted that the bank's description of the robber was completely inaccurate, but the commenter didn't provide any helpful corrections. There were other commenters, and they generally made jokes about the nearby beer garden or the green Vespa that was stolen from the Italian store a couple of weeks ago. In the absence of more constructive reaction from the community, we at Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News would like to express our sympathy for the victims and our support for efforts to prevent future occurrences. That's about as much as I want to say about that. Easy being green is taking the week off. We will move into Community Bulletin Board, or CBB. This story is about paper quilling. Well, what is paper quilling? It involves upcycling old materials into fun and functional crafts. To find out more, come to the multi-purpose room of the Columbia Pike Branch Library. The event will be held on Wednesday, January 3rd, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m., and the address is 816 South Walter Reed Drive in Arlington, Virginia. This free workshop is intended for adults and kids from 6th grade on up. If you go, then you will know more about paper quilling than I do. Next up, there is something called the Blast from the Past. It's a family night that will be held at Arlington Mill. This free event will be held on January 5th from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. You can dance to your favorite songs from the 1950s up through the 2000s, if you can keep going that long, and test your skills playing popular games from the past. You can even create your own graffiti art. And there's even more, but I don't know what it is. To find out, go to the address. It's 909 South Dinwiddie Street in Arlington, Virginia. Kids 10 and under must be accompanied by an adult. Coming up now, we did something earlier this year that I hope to do again. It seems we have a sister city in Germany. The sister city is called Aachen. And this is something we shot with some exchange students. Check this out.
Hello and guten Tag. My name is Tom Skladony, and I'm chairman of the Arlington Sister City Association. The Arlington Sister City Association is the official partner of Arlington County in building and maintaining strong relationships with all 5 of Arlington's sister cities. One of our sister cities is Aachen, Germany, and next year we'll celebrate the 25th anniversary of the partnership between Arlington and Aachen. For almost 25 years, Arlington and Aachen have been running student exchanges in which students from Germany come to Arlington and students from Arlington go to Germany. And tonight we're joined by a panel of 4 students, 2 Germans who are here participating in the inbound high school exchange, and 2 Arlington students who participated in this exchange previously going outbound to Germany. I'm going to ask the students to talk about their experiences both in Germany and here in Arlington. And our first speaker is going to be Lillian Kohlerath from Aachen. So Lillian, you landed at Dulles Airport about a week ago. This is your first trip to the United States. Tell us a little bit about your impressions of your first week. What have you done so far, and what has really struck you the most about your visit here to Arlington?
Well, generally, I'm a big traveler. I like going places. And this is the first time, like the U.S. was the first time that I've ever gone to another continent. So coming here was a big, kind of surprise and a big shock at first to get off the airplane and be somewhere else that I've never been.
I understand you spent a day in H.B. Woodlawn High School.
Yes.
How was that?
Definitely one of the best days of my life. It's very different there. It's kind of strange, but amazing. All the people were nice. All the people were very accepting of strange behavior and looking different or being different. And I think generally in America that's a lot more prominent than in Germany. Mm-hmm. So I liked it here. All right. Immediately.
Good. Now let's turn to Ben Wagley. Ben is a senior at H.B. Woodlawn, and Ben and his family are hosting Lillian for the 2 weeks that she's here in Arlington. So Ben, how about you went to Aachen 2 years ago with this student exchange? Why not talk about that a bit?
Yeah, I was out in Aachen two years ago, and it was really, really fun. It was really different. I was 15 at the time. And I had done a little bit of international travel before then, but this was my first long time away from home. And I met a lot of really great friends. I learned a lot about Germany and Charlemagne. You obviously learned a lot about Charlemagne in Aachen. And in the process, I made so many great friends. In fact, this last summer I was out there and I stayed with people that I had met 2 years ago. And I probably have 24 houses that I could go stay in if I was back in Aachen anytime soon.
That brings up a point that I should mention about this student exchange. We match up German teenagers and American teenagers for homestays. So when the German students come to Arlington, they stay with a family with another high school teenager, and they get to experience the typical life of that family for the time that they're here. And likewise, when the Arlington students go to Aachen, they stay with an Aachen family and see what their life is like, what their school is like, the foods they eat, and all of these other things that make learning about new cultures so interesting. Our third speaker is Jordan Joseph from Yorktown High School. Jordan played a key role last week in arranging for the Aachen visitors to see something that is quintessential Americana. So why not talk about that?
So I organized to go to homecoming at Yorktown High School for all the German exchange students and the American students too. So I think I've been to 2 Yorktown homecomings now. And based on my experience on my first homecoming and the one that we brought the exchange students to, it was definitely way more interesting and fun to be with the exchange students, seeing it in a new way since we were showing them like a classic American tradition. So it was a new way to look at it, and it was way more fun bringing them there and showing them that.
All right, and another question for Jordan. As part of the exchange, you also got to go to Berlin this summer. You want to say a few words about that?
Berlin was very fun. I went in 5th grade to the German exchange, and being in high school, there was a lot more independence, and it was fascinating learning how much more independent I could be and exploring the city on my own in a sense. So that was nice to learn.
All right. And our last panelist is another student from Aachen, Nuria List. And I'm going to ask Nuria that this presumably was your first American high school homecoming dance.
Yes, of course, yeah.
How was it?
Well, the homecoming dance, it's something basically every girl dreams of in Germany, like going to an American high school dance. It's what you see in every movie, in every television series. So going to a high school dance was incredible. It was meeting all of our friends, like the whole Arlington exchange group, and people we met at school the day before. And I think that's what an exchange is all about, because I would have never gone there if I was with my family. But being here with students who go to this school, being here with students like me who are here at school like for one day, it was incredible. I'm so grateful for you and for Jordan that they arranged all of this. And even though the music wasn't kind of what I like, it was incredible. Like the pre-party and the after-party, we're all good friends. And I think the homecoming dance was one of the most incredible things I've ever experienced.
Would you say that the homecoming dance was more incredible than visiting George Washington's home at Mount Vernon yesterday?
Well, no offense, but yes. The homecoming dance, seeing all those people dressed up, something that doesn't exist in Germany. We don't have this kind of tradition. So it is such a social event, and to meet people and just to be part of something big, being part of a tradition was an incredible feeling. I'm so thankful.
All right. We have about a minute left. Let me go through the panel again and ask each student if they want to make a closing remark to sum up.
Well, I can only say that I really recommend going to the exchange, doing what we're doing, or what we have already done. And it's just a lot of fun. You meet so many great people, even people from your own city that you've never met or maybe have met and are meeting again. So I feel like doing this was one of the best decisions of my life, and I'm really, really grateful for everybody, just like you just said. So I can just recommend doing this.
And Ben?
Yeah, it's definitely something I think any Arlington student should do. It's an amazing experience. You make a ton of new friends. You get to see Germany, and you get to see it in a really intimate way, not just touring with your parents. If you're interested in German, you get to practice your German a little bit. You get introduced to the colleges in Germany, which are very intriguing to me because they're free and still very good. And but the biggest thing for me was making new friends and having a network of friends around the world now that I can talk to and hear opinions on world events from. So.
And Jordan, you have someone staying in your house for 2 weeks.
I do.
And has that been a good experience? How are you getting along?
We're getting along very well. I also stayed at her house in Aachen, so we were already friends before she came here. And it's been cool showing her things that I like to do around Arlington and introducing my hometown to her.
And Nuria, next Monday you'll be going to New York City. I presume you've never been to New York City before?
No, I have not.
Are you looking forward to that?
I should say yes, but if I'm being honest, no, because I really don't want to leave this family, this incredible host family that's welcomed me, and I feel so like home being there. And everyone, they are my second family now here in America. And so living with them, experiencing their daily life, how everything is different, even though we're living on the same planet. It's you're facing all of the stereotypes you've had for your life, you thought of. So no, I'm not really looking forward to go to New York, but it's going to be incredible, and it's part of the exchange. It is going to be amazing, I'm sure.
And part of the exchange, obviously, is the departure and the farewells that we will have as you head off to New York. We're glad that you are here. We're glad that the other students who went to Aachen had such a great experience. The next exchange will be in July 2018, and we look forward to continuing this program for years to come. Thank you.
Now it's time for news for seniors. Stories called Nutrition and Women, two things that we would hope would go together. According to Dr. Katie Thompson from the Health Improvement Center, the most common health problems experienced by women can often be linked to nutrition, or lack thereof. Dr. Thompson will present a program on Wednesday, January 3rd at 7 p.m. at Arlington Mills Senior Center to show how nutritional deficiencies can and do contribute to women's health issues. That address is 909 South Dinwiddie Street in Arlington, Virginia. To sign up for this program, call 703-228-7369. Also for seniors, a Virginia Relay. A representative from Virginia Relay, which is a service for people who have difficulty communicating by phone, will be held at the Walter Reed Senior Center. This will be on Friday, January the 5th from 11 a.m. to noon. Virginia Relay services operate 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The representative will explain the telecommunication eligibility requirements and how to obtain their services. That address is 2909 16th Street South in Arlington, Virginia. For more information and to register to attend, call 703-228-0955. Also in news for seniors, senior adult volunteer and computer expert Jim Morris offers free one-on-one computer instruction at the Lee Senior Center on Fridays, this is every Friday, beginning January 5th at 10 a.m. Mr. Morris can help with email, internet access, Google searches, Microsoft Word, and more. Call to make an appointment, since it is one-on-one. The number is 703-228-0555. Arlington Mill also offers computer assistance with Alaric Ridosh on Thursdays beginning at 9 a.m. To make an appointment, call 703-228-7369. Well, hopefully the weather will behave itself because the 55 Travel Office has scheduled some excursions. These will begin on the week of January 1, but they're not on January 1. First on the list is the National Museum of the American Indian on Thursday, January 4th. The next is a trip out to True Farms in Haymarket, Friday, January 5th. See, not everything happens in Arlington. And on Saturday, January 6th, the group will go to the National Theater for a matinee performance of Les Miserables. For more information, call 55 Plus Travel at 703-228-4748. Once again, I thank Judy Masabny for providing us with the senior stories for this week. We went to a place called Trade Routes earlier this year in Westover, and their coincidentally across the street from the Wells Fargo that got robbed, but hopefully trade routes will be better. Anyway, we had a very nice chat. First off with the owner, and this time with one of the assistants to the owner. And that went so nicely, we thought we'd run that in here as well.
I'm standing here next to Chloe Jacques. So thank you, Chloe, for letting us into the store.
Yes.
I understand you are somewhat of the manager here.
Yes.
Or one of?
A lot of the people who work here part-time, we take on a lot of the responsibilities that Lisa has herself. So I would say that every employee is somewhat of a manager of the store.
That's awesome. Such a fun store.
Yeah,
so
it is.
What is your favorite part of this store, and what do you love doing?
Well, I've worked here 11 months, and I can safely say that I've become quite familiar with a lot of the products, the materials, where the items are from, as well as our customers. So my favorite thing about working here is that I feel a closeness to these groups and the artisans, and I feel like I'm connected on a more global scale.
Cool.
I did not know what to expect when I applied here, but I've gained a lot from working here.
Very interesting. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I never realized that either, and I didn't realize the amount of upcycle and recycle that they do.
Yes,
so.
there's a lot of materials that are upcycled because not only can we reuse them, but we make them into a better quality product that can be more easily used in our society.
Yeah, it's awesome. So what are the best sellers in this store, do you think, these days?
A lot of our best sellers are a lot of miniature items. I would say our gift cards and our bracelets. Jewelry does very well, as well as embroidered materials such as these tablecloths here. Scarves are big too.
Oh, awesome. Beautiful things. And do a lot of the students come from
Swanson?
Yeah, Swanson.
Yeah, a lot of the students come. We had the cafe for a short amount of time. We're renovating at the moment, but they normally come for hot chocolate, coffees. They enjoy more so of the farmers' items rather than the artisans.
They want to eat. They're
Yes.
hungry. All right. So, Chloe, can you tell us about some of these products? They're so cute.
Yes, so these two items here, this lampshade made out of recycled paper chip wrappers, and this cute little doll from the company Pebble. They're both from Bangladesh.
So these are potato chip wrappers.
Yes,
here.
potato chip wrappers.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So
very
cute.
intricate.
Yeah.
And this little doll here, most children's toys have a button for the eyes or something like that. But the Pebble dolls are strictly woven, everything about it. So there's no buttons, nothing. So the kids love them because they're soft all around.
They're harmless.
Yes.
Nothing to choke on. That's great.
Yes.
And how about this? What's this?
Well, these three items actually,
whimsical.
yes, these are whimsical little cat toys. They are felt, and they're from Nepal.
Nepal.
Yes.
So cozy. So the kids can kind of, do they use them as like stuffed animals?
Yes, they use
Sort
them
of.
as stuffed animals. They can be used as decor. A lot of people come in and they find things that have a purpose or have a use, and they're so intricate and so beautifully designed that they actually end up becoming a work of art in someone's home.
Yeah, yeah. And how about this? What's that? Also from Nepal?
This is also from Nepal, yes. The felt material gives it away. It's most
Yeah.
likely going to be from Nepal if it is
Okay,
felt.
got
But
it.
this little guy is a little ornament, a porcupine ornament.
So
perfect for
cute.
this holiday season.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, see that? All right. And what do we have? Gloves. You have little.
Yeah, so up here we have some
Mittens.
chocolates from Ghana and Germany. Those do very well. These are cozies for cups and mugs.
Oh, cute.
So those are adorable, like little sweaters
They're
for
like-
your
yeah.
for your cup.
They look like tiny little leg warmers. And everything you look at's for sale. I see.
Yes, a lot of our baskets that we hold items in, those are hand woven from either Guatemala
baskets
or
here.
Uganda.
So
yeah.
little ornaments inside.
Yeah, so we have little ornaments like a little Santa Claus keychain or this little frog with the Santa hat. These are beaded, and these are from Guatemala as well.
Cute.
Yeah.
I recognize this hand. Is that?
Yeah, that is the Om symbol.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, nice. And what's this bird?
So this bird is actually...
Oh, that's so cute.
These are
So these
very
all do that.
popular.
Oh,
yes.
my goodness.
And they're from Colombia.
Oh.
So
all
we've got
hand-painted.
we've got a dynamic
So cute.
dynamic range of products from different areas, and I just love the fact that I become familiar with the products and the artisans themselves.
Yeah, so cute. And it's just nice to be in here. It's great. And you have hand-painted cards all over the,
Yes.
I see these, this is an example of a card, right?
Yes, this
A
is
gift
the
card?
quilling card. So quilling is an ancient Egyptian art. However, we get our products from the Vietnamese who do it by hand themselves,
Wow.
and they've kind of picked the art up.
That's
So
amazing.
yes, very intricate.
A lot of work. And here's some pocketbooks or something.
So these are actually a bag within a bag.
Okay.
So this bag actually unfolds into a larger bag, so
very
you can keep it
clever.
in the car, in your purse, and then it
Oh,
just
that's adorable.
folds right up back into a heart, and then you just
So
zip it up.
funny. I did not expect that.
Yeah, very convenient.
Don't need to talk. This is so cool. That's amazing. Did not expect that. Wow. I thought it was a little makeup bag. So cute. It's cute that they made it like useful. There's even a little zipper side pocket.
Yeah, for your coins or stuff
Uh-huh.
like that.
That's very cute.
So yeah, it just folds back up into a heart.
All right. Cute. Well, thank you for that demonstration. Thank you, Chloe, for showing us all these things. So
Yes,
cute.
thank you for asking.
Oh, yeah, of course. We'll see you again.
Yeah, see you soon.
And that is pretty much the end of the year-end Arlington Weekly News. We will be back again next week, possibly with a full crew, provided everybody has gotten back and recovered from their holidays. In the worst case scenario, it'll be me again, so one way or the other, the show must go on and on and on. And as long as things keep on happening, if you're there, we'll be here, and we'll do it all again. Thank you, and good night, and best wishes for the new year.